Hey guys, this is Ed, aka Ninja Hands from PRINTOYS, and today I'm bringing you my latest release on the set of world's smallest transformers, Reflector. For those of you who don't know, Reflector is pretty much the code name for three of the Decepticons that specialize in infiltration and communications. These guys here, this one's Viewfinder, this one's Spyglass, and this one's Spectral. And as you can see, here are the world's smallest versions, and these are meant to be scaled and to fit with the world's smallest Transformers line. Let's start with Spectral here. This one's pretty much a downsized one-on-one version of the original toy. It has the same range of articulation and motion of the original toy. And let me start by transforming this little guy here. Sorry. And this here is 1/3 of the camera mode. They all three combine to form I'd say like a Nikon 80s type of camera. And here's the little guy. Okay, the arms swing there, the legs go to the back. Okay. This figure here, I did some modifications from the original. Pretty much the back here, as you can see, the original figure here has a flat side here, whereas the smallest version, I'm not sure if you can guys see it there. It has a bit more going back here, and the reason is this figure over here is Spectral. Has this angular shape here. Oh, sorry about that. It's kind of loose. It's an old toy. So it has this angle here, and for some other reason, his counterpart, his other clone, when transformed, it lacks that angle. So there you go. Both parts are not actually symmetrical, and it kind of throws off the proportion of the camera and the overall look. And you probably haven't noticed it because the other guy behind this is in between these two, but when you put them side to side, there you go. Oh, sorry. You can see there's a difference here. So I corrected that here. Now both robots look the same in camera mode. The arms go back. Let's go forward. Okay, and it pretty much is the same now. I'm sorry, I apologize for my fingers getting in the way. These guys are very, very small. In fact, just to give you a sense of how small they are, they pretty much fit in my finger over there. They're pretty much about like a half a quarter in size. Lastly, we have this little guy here, Viewfinder. And Viewfinder, he underwent some modifications from the original toy. You'll see it's not exactly like his Generation 1 counterpart. And this is mainly because the design of the original Reflector allowed for a gimmick for you guys to see through. And honestly, I mean, when you shrink this toy to less than half the size, it's pretty much impossible to retain the gimmick. So I got rid of it. Also, the arms are on a steel or a metal kind of bar, and they swing in and out. When you downsize something like this to less than half the size, that bar over there, it's pretty hard to see, but it's right there. Maybe from the back. There you go. That bar over there, it becomes very fragile and very small, and having the arms slide on it, it's more certainly than not going to end up in some kind of breakage. So I got rid of that system. Also, I didn't like the look of the figure. The arms kind of like hyperextend way too much out, and the joints are too visible. There's a few things I didn't like here. The original version, the cartoon version, has like some keyble right next to the neck, And what they did here is they took the top portion of the camera and split it in half, and each half becomes kibble on top of the shoulder, and it more or less resembles the original look of those trapezoids right next to the head. However, what I did with the small version, I got rid of the gimmick. I made the arms transform in a slightly different way. Now, one of the issues here is when you try to move the arms around, you can only go so far before the kibble on the shoulder clashes with the backpack. So I simply got rid of all this, and I started from scratch pretty much. And I'm happy to say I like the end result much more than the original toy. Let's go over the new one. Pretty much the center of the figure, it remains the same, but you'll see now that the kibble is gone from the top. He still has those little trapezoids on top, and it's just those are just fake, you know, just to retain the look. The arms on the other hand, now they can swing completely, do a 360, and there's nothing clashing here, nothing rubbing against nothing. Those joints are in there are way stronger now. So I like the look of this figure now. What I did basically is I took the canopy on top of the butt, and I turned it into a canopy that goes into the back of the figure. And the original cartoon actually had like a gray backpack, so actually this looks much better, and it's more accurate to the original character. In fact, the toy also has this backpack here, but it's blue, and it's part of the gimmick, of the viewfinder gimmick. And since the gimmick is gone here, there's really no need for this piece here, so I just got rid of it, and now the top of the camera replaces that backpack in rough mode. It's closer to the original source, and again, the arms they move better. They have no restrictions here. You still get the trapezoids on each side of the head, and now it has a backpack that's more accurate to the cartoon. Okay, so let's transform this guy. Basically what you do is you want to pull the backpack from behind, okay, and you're going to slide it carefully to the top, and then just bring it down until it clicks. One of the things, now that the canopy is just one piece, you can get a Decepticon logo in there. It's going to look, I mean, to me it looks great. Okay, so you push the arms in. The rest is the same as the original. Okay, let's go to the back, and then you fold them again there. And now what we do is, before I combine them, the original toy, when you go to camera mode, it leaves behind the pecs here, and it also has the pecs here on the legs, and those pecs are the ones that, you know, go into the other two clones, and allows them to become a camera. And it doesn't always work well. I have several of these toys back at home, and some of them fit okay. Others have a kind of hard time pegging into each other, and sometimes they just pop off. Or like here, for example, this guy has a very nice fit, but the other one's kind of loose. So it's one of the things I didn't like from the original toy, and when I redesigned the toy, I made sure I removed those imperfections. So here's the original camera minus the lens and the flash cube. The new one, let me just move here a little bit, and there we go. Move this here to the back. The new one, simply there's no pecs anymore. It's just a simple matter of you know, oh, there you go. Yeah, it now has magnets, and I gotta say the magnets hold pretty well. You can shake this guy and parts won't fall. And just to complete the look, let me get the flash cube. The original toy also had a flash cube and a couple of missiles. You can remove the missile here and you can put it back in if you want. And this goes on the head of this guy here. Oh, very nice. And this set also comes with not one but two lenses. You got a long lens, and you got your original generation 1 incarnation. The only difference is here it's solid on the top, whereas the original was a hole. You could see through that. So let me put on this one first. There you go. Okay, and let's just, for comparison purposes, I know the one on the back is missing a part, but it pretty much gives you an idea of how they look right next to each other. And if you want, let me put this aside for a second here, and I'm going to take off this lens. I'm going to replace the other one. Boop, there you go. And this is pretty much how the original generation 1 set looked like. So you get two lenses and you can choose which one to use. In terms of size, let's put this guy here right next to Optimus Prime, the world's smallest Transformers Optimus Prime, and you can see they pretty much fit in the line. Just a quick comparison here. Let's get this guy here. This is by far my favorite one in the set. I don't know why. Okay, and there you go. So it pretty much comes down to I'd say chest level next to Optimus Prime. Okay, and let's go back to camera mode. There you go. Legs. And I just love when you combine them, because that sound they make when the magnets click. There you go. Oh, sorry. Okay, so they scale very nice in robot mode next to the world's smallest toy line. And for those, let me show you something else. First of all, this is one of the guns that will be included with the set. This one's white. I'm gonna have the final ones painted, and it's kind of hard for you guys to see it back at home, but it won't focus. But it's a set of 3 rifles that will be included, and they all fit in the hands of either Decepticon. This is the WST Toys Blitzwing, world's smallest Blitzwing. And just to give you guys a sense of how small this set is, check out Blitzwing next to the camera. Okay, the camera is actually way smaller, or I'd say a tad smaller than the original, the Blitzwing figure. And I mean, this is meant to be one of the smallest toys out there, and all 3 butts combined are actually smaller than Blitzwing alone. So this set is very, very small. I've had a couple of guys ask me on the boards about if they scale correctly to Masterpiece figures, and the answer is if we are talking about the large size robots like for example Optimus Prime and Soundwave, then yes, I have Soundwave here. Let me show you first how they scale next to that's Laserbeak right there. So again, smaller than Laserbeak. Poof, there you go. So you could pretty much put this guy inside of Soundwave if you want to. Please don't do it, because it's gonna jam. But in terms of size, it's smaller than Laserbeak in cassette mode. Okay, and let me see if I can get here Soundwave, and let me see if I can. There you go. Oh, the tripod is kind of stiff. There you go. Let's open the hands here, and we're gonna try to pull a pose. That should do it. And there you go. Boom. Okay. That's not perfect, but you guys get an idea. Let me just go there. Okay, that is how it looks next to large scale Masterpiece figures. To me, this is the perfect scale. I mean, you get the best of both worlds. It scales with large masterpiece figures in out mode and camera mode, and then also scales down pretty much with the world's smallest transformers. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you are interested in getting a set, they will be available for pre-order the entire month of June, and that's pretty much the only time this will be available. Afterwards, sorry guys, afterwards there won't be available, because the truth is I'm gonna only make as many as I get pre-orders for. So if you don't pre-order during the month of June, it's gonna be kind of hard to get your hands on one of these sets. And the way you can pre-order, you can visit the links in the description here in the video, and it's going to take you to transformerworld2005.com, tfw2005.com, and you'll get all sorts of information there, pictures and more information about the set, and it will tell you how to order. Okay, so all you have to do is that go visit TFW2005. And also, before I leave, I made my previous release was stalk and suppressor for Megatron. There you go. It transforms just like the real original toy. This one you can get from the second link in the description. And don't worry about it being white. You can buy it in black. This is just a prototype, but it transforms like the real deal. There's a ton of pictures there, and in my shapeways store. So encourage you guys to go visit. It's very nice and beautiful. It comes in black. So thanks a lot, guys. Take care.